How you going, people? Well, this is a pretty good one. So this guy's reactions is pretty interesting. Let's just take a look at what he does. So he's sitting here filling up with gas. Car pulls up kind of aggressively, stops in a position maybe to block him or get close to his car. People pile out. He immediately starts squirting with gas. So does he continue too long here? That's kind of was my first thing. Does he continue too long? So it's on a loop. So we're going to watch it again. And this time I'll pause it. So he's looking down. He's feeling comfortable. He's not really feeling a threat. He doesn't recognize the car has filled with 3 or 4 doctor students approaching him and kind of coming at him until about here. Probably he hears the doors open. They could be yelling something. We don't have audio. That would go to mindset on why. If he said, give us your freaking keys or get that white dude. These are black people, black crime on white dude. Not reported by media. Only white people do crime against black people. So anyway, they jump out. And he immediately goes to the gas. I mean, this is just really heads-up thinking. This is really brilliant. A lot of people would not have either wanted to waste the gas. There would have been this lag time on, I don't want to squirt gas on my car. I don't want to, possibly set somebody on fire. I don't want to get in trouble by hurting their eyes. This guy doesn't think of any of that. He goes immediately to, oh, hell no. This is the only thing I have in my hand. I feel threatened. It's go time. I mean, it is. Now, what's kind of funny is, I don't know if he's doing this subconsciously. He's got a barrier here. So distance is usually your friend. I would have probably been okay if he scored a couple guys and then ran off and left his car. Now, the government would definitely view that as he was in fear and not held him responsible. Because he kept squirting here and here and here and here and here and then squirting as the car's pulling off, if for some reason this car ignites and these people are burnt and killed, I think the government would go after him and saying once they ran away and started to leave, the threat was over. I'm not saying that. I'm perfectly okay. I'm okay if he pulls out a lighter and tosses it in a van. But that's just me. But the government would see this as you were acting in self-defense and fear up until probably this point where you didn't really have to do this and you continued. This is where I get on cops when they continue to shoot multiple rounds when a guy's on the ground. This guy, they're running away, they're out of the car, and he's still squirting gas on it. Now, because it happened so quick, the argument would be he was in reaction mode, he didn't have a chance to stop, he was just making sure they didn't get out and come back and reattack him, and that would be his prosecution defense. But again, still squirting, they stop again. Now he moves away, good, creating distance, and they go away. Great job. These guys have eyes burnt, their clothes are full of gas, the car's full of smell. I mean, he just messed up these guys' days. And this goes to show how not being a victim is having a way to defend yourself. Now, had he done this and pulled out a gun and fired, I think he would have started a fire. Now, there's some people that say they won't. I've been wanting to do a video on that. Maybe I'll try to do a video this summer if you guys remind me. To lay out a lot of gas, I'm going to pour some gas on some woods, and before I light it on fire to do my burn pile, I'm just going to fire a couple of rounds in it and see how close I have to get for my gun flash to start the pile of fire. Maybe there's a video out there. You guys can put links. That's already a video out there. But I'm thinking my 357 is going to light the fire farther away than my 45. 45 shoots at 900 to 1,000 feet per second. Doesn't make that big of a flash. 357, you're up to 1,500 feet per second and makes a hell of a flash. So, anyway, I just thought, now, the other thing that I noticed was subconsciously, he sees this guy. When I first watched this, I was like, I don't even know if he saw this guy coming around on his blind side or when he saw it. So I went back and looked, and I think he did see it because he was moving away. He was creating distance from this dude here while he's actually doing it. So these guys come out. He immediately stands here and gets focused, okay? He's focused on this guy. I mean, he's got a car here, and he's got this guy lurking around a corner. You would think tunnel vision, fight or flight, he would get tunnel vision on his car. but he moves this way. Now, I don't know if he's moving this way to squirt them more with the gas, or if he's not gas. I say gas. Everybody will put it in the comments, whatever. So he's moving this way. See, I don't know if he's moving this way to squirt these guys or if he actually subconsciously sees this guy out of the corner of his eye and he recognizes him. But see, I have a hard time believing that he sees this guy. He comes from behind a van and he's focused on these guys. If he did, great freaking job. Right here, for sure, he sees him. He goes to this guy, but notice he's closer to this guy with no cover now. So he moved from a point of safety with a barrier out in the open. Why? My guess is he's either tracking them with the hose, so he's not thinking there, and it just happened that he was creating this, didn't know it, or he actually saw this guy out of the corner of his eye, and he was moving away, creating distance from him, squirting these guys, and then he went to this guy. Dude, he's freaking on it. You go, boy. I love this guy. He's on my team. He's a quick thinker. Didn't hesitate. He didn't have his little liberal dude on his going, don't hurt him. Gas is poisonous. You should never. It's not safe to spray gas on somebody. You might hurt them. He didn't have that idiot on his shoulder and listening to it. He was like, you know what? I'm defending myself. I don't care about shit. I want to get these guys off me. I'm outnumbered 4-1. I don't have a gun. I don't have a knife. I don't have any weapon. I want to squirt them with something that hopefully will keep them off me. Is this an improvised mace? Could you put gas in a spray bottle or in some sort of compressed thing to where you could spray people with it in a bug sprayer? I mean, when you spray people with gas, their fear is usually, is somebody going to light a match? They normally run. I don't know anybody including cops. If somebody gets gas out, we're creating distance. We don't want gas on us. We don't want to shoot our gun with gas on us. We don't want to do anything. If you sprayed a guy down with gas when he has a gun and he fires, he's going to have a bad day, I think. Now, I'm not going to do a video on that. If somebody wants to come out here and volunteer, I'll spray you down with gas and let you shoot my gun and see if it lights you on fire. But I am going to do, again, you guys got to remind me, my next burn pile, when it, in a month or so when it gets hot, I'm going to put some logs in the middle of my pasture and I'm going to light it on fire, and I'll throw some gas on it and shoot at it to see how far a gun flash will ignite it. All right, great little video. I liked it. I like this guy. I got no problem with this. Will government have a problem with it? Maybe. With government, it's always if, and, buts, and coconuts. You just never really know. So government could say if one of these guys went blind and had to go to the hospital, or these idiots were driving fast and they wrecked, and when they wrecked, the car caught on fire because of him, could they charge him with homicide? If this car crashes as it's leaving, could they charge him because he put gas in the car with homicide? They can. Government can do anything they want. That's why the legal people that come here acting like they know the law, oh no, they can't charge him. There's no way. Bullshit. Government can do whatever the hell they want. Now, will they get a conviction? Luckily, that's up to a jury if he has a jury trial. But anyway, I think this is a great little learning tool about being on your feet, thinking, using what you have, barrier, moving. Man, he did not let off that gas. I'm kind of surprised. Well, maybe not. Sometimes when I'm changing it, fill up my gas, because with this pipeline shortage, as soon as I heard they hacked into the pipeline shortage, one of my buddies texted me and goes, you better go fill up with gas. And I went, well, I said, okay, maybe I will. And then I called another buddy who his son works in a gas thing, and he goes, he called him because he works in the gas business. And he's like, yeah, he goes, it's going to disrupt. He goes, there might, you could probably go fill up. It wouldn't hurt. So I grabbed all my empty gas cans and I went up straight over and I filled up with non-ethanol gas. I mean, I got like 30 gallons in my car and then another 30 gallons in gas can. So I didn't really care. Right now, a lot of people are saying there's a shortage in other places. I haven't even been to the gas station since it happened, because as soon as I heard it was hacked, I took action. So the people acting now are still thinking. But anyway, since we're on the subject of gas, I figured I would talk about that gas hacking. There's shortages now, and they're blaming the pesky citizens who are hoarding. They're using that word hoarding gas on the shortage. They're not blaming that they can't secure the pipeline. They're not blaming government failure for not being able to catch or prevent this. No. They're blaming the pesky citizen for thinking ahead that there may be a shortage and you ought to go stock up and fill up with gas just in case, because if they did it once, they'll do it again. Now, I think you always ought to have a supply of gas, but I mean, look, I just find it funny they're blaming the people who are prepping for the shortage. And all the idiots that aren't prepping are running around. It's all because of those crazy people that want to prepare. Okay. They're the crazy people with the guns and ammo that want to prepare. They're the crazy people with the food that want to prepare. They're the crazy people that when they ran out of toilet paper and everybody was panicking, they had a bunch of toilet paper. Okay. All right. We'll end that there. Great little video.